All right, you're charged with arson with intent to damage a habitation or place of worship. Yes.
Just wondering, when do you think I'll be able to get out of jail?
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
All right, who is here on Phillips? Lindsay Phillips.
Present, Your Honor, Eddie Broderick.
All right, if y'all will come down.
I say that more so I don't forget who I am. That's because you don't know. So you're a speaker. You have to speak out. Don't yell, okay? But just speak out because she has to hear it and she has to hear it.
All right, court is calling 2020 CR 12349, State versus Lindsay Phillips. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? All right.
Eddie Broderick for Ms. Phillips.
Oh, go continue. You can continue to confer. Raymond or Ashley? Can you all?
Yes. Do you speak somebody stand in?
Yes.
Michael Miller, up this stage.
All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Phillips, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, it appears that you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? It's this documents that tell you what your rights are. All right, you're charged with arson with intent to damage a habitation or place of worship. That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason I do not follow your plea and give you more than what you've bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand because you're entering into this plea bargain agreement, you're giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights to enter into this plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, but I must put on the record, she was found incompetent at one point because she was off her meds. I thoroughly went over the sanity issue with her. There was a defense there, but it was not to the point that I thought she was insane. And so I'm just simply putting this on the record. Someone looked in the past and said she was found incompetent, and I had not put it on the record that I thoroughly examined it. I would worry about someone grading my report card. So I wanted to add more to that I thoroughly went over it, and I'm sorry to disrupt the court.
No, there's no disruption.
Oh.
All right. Ms. Phillips, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? It tells you what your agreement is with the state.
So the page she's talking about is the 10 years of probation that I showed you.
Mhm.
She's asking if you looked over that with
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what it says is your punishment is to be assessed at 10 years of the prison. The state is offering you probation. So the only way you could potentially go to prison for 10 years is if you were to violate the probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And they're asking that there be restitution to SRMZ, the number 4 Asset Company 2 LLC, or property owner of 8042 Chestnut Gate and Converse, Texas 78109. Did you understand that to be the plea? Is that your plea agreement?
What she's asking you is if you've agreed to the 10 years of probation and if you've agreed to make restitution for the fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? It's this paragraph here. Did you review that and sign that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, by signing that, you're giving up your right to appeal or complain about something that has happened. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the only thing that you can complain about or appeal on is if there were pretrial motions. Defense, have there been any pretrial motions?
Only the motion for competency, no dispositive motions.
Yes.
Just wondering, when do you think I'll be able to get out of jail?
All right, we'll get to that point.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
No problem. All right, so the state is asking that your probation be for a term of 10 years, that you have a TAP evaluation, community service hours, that you be placed on GPS, which monitors or shows people where you are, and that you have no contact with the location. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I don't have to follow that. That's just what the state is recommending. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how do you plead to this case?
Bitch, I'm so sorry. I can't remember if I put no contest or guilty. I just can't remember.
You didn't write it in here at all.
You want to put guilty or no contest?
No contest?
All right, so how do you plead?
No contest?
State any evidence?
Yes, sir. At this time, state offer states exhibit number 1 is documents.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused.
You.
Did you review the waiver? It's this piece of paper here. And what this piece of paper has in it is all the police reports and everything that I need to review to see if there's evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed this crime. Did you review this with your attorney?
Did you look over those documents?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, did you understand that the state is not going to bring any witnesses? They just want me to read this document. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and court will review the same.
Salazar?
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
So Judge, I know she wants to get out today. Here's the deal. I've heard you ask many times, what do you need to be successful? I know Ms. Phillips in her case very well after 4 years. She does have mental competency issue and she needs to be on medication. My concern is if you let her out today, that we make sure that she be evaluated so that she can be successful.
Oh, no, she will be.
Oh, okay. So in other words, yes, I want her to get out and she wants to get out, but I don't want to set her up for failure because you always ask people, what do you need to be successful? And I actually listen to you. And
Yes.
she needs to be evaluated and needs to be ordered to follow through with the medications and the treatments. When she's treated and when she's medicated, she's a very nice young woman that follows the law. When she's not, she has issues.
Let me ask you this. Do you know, because I read the police report and in it, it says that she was upset. So she burned the couch because she was going to be, or she thought she was going to be sent to Houston. And she thought the staff was going to tell her mother she was going to Houston. So what is this location?
As I understand it, I may not be getting it perfectly right. There's folks that run group homes for people that have disabilities. She understands what's going on, but as you probably can read between the lines, she's not going to get 100 on a test as an example.
Mhm.
And so this was one of those group homes where you live out in the community, but you live with other individuals and then someone monitors the group home and takes care of you. And I've represented a couple of people that do that. So that's the type of facility it is. It wasn't a lockdown facility or whatever. So she can function, but she can't function by herself if she's not with a parent or out there. Her mother called us and we spoke to her and her mother will pick her up whenever she's released because that was my other concern. And I'm going
Well,
through
let me
it with
ask you this.
Okay.
So with regards to Houston, is she going to be living with her mother?
She's going to start out living with mom, and then they're going to have to go through the group home application process again. And I'll just be blunt. this may sound strange, but the fact that someone has issues and sets someplace in fire for these group homes is not, and doesn't mean they won't take her, because everyone in those homes has some issues. So it won't be immediate, and her mom knows that she'll have to take her at first. And her mom called 2 days ago. I think it might have been Friday of last.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Is she receiving SSI?
I don't know that answer. Are you getting Social Security disability?
They cut it off,
Okay,
but my mom's gonna try to get me back on it, ma'am.
all right.
And thank you, Your Honor, for everything.
Oh, you're welcome. We're gonna try to get you to help, okay?
Yes,
This is what the
ma'am.
court is gonna do. Probation. This is what I'm going to do. I'm finding her guilty. I'm going to sentence her to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be restitution and no contact with SRM2 Asset Company 2 LLC or 8042 Chestnut Gate in Converse, Texas 78109. If there is contact made with that location, and they say they want her back or they don't have an objection to her staying there, I'll lift the no contact order. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. We can do a MIC evaluation in a DDRF in custody. If her mother has found a place for her to stay and that place is willing to accept her, then we can lift the order for DDRF. But I still want the MIC evaluation. There's to be proof of SSI within 45 days of release. There's to be no contact with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. And would she want to be transferred to Houston?
I think no, I don't think so. Let me ask her real quick. Do you want your probation to be sent to Houston? In other words, I don't know where your mom's living. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Can you tell me?
Hopkins in
Where is that?
Silver Springs, Texas.
Would you prefer that it be your probation be transferred there or that
The
you
Hunt
report-
County, the Hunt County,
Would you prefer that?
the Hunt County where my dad's at.
Okay, that's what you'd like and that's what you're asking the court to do.
Please, yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is what we'll do. Let's make some phone calls.
Understood.
And if probation, if her father wants her in Hunt County, and if everybody agrees that that's the best placement for her, we can always come back and take that matter up. Probation, is there anything else? I've given you a lot, I know. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
I'm sorry to ask. I was just wondering when you think I'll be able to get out of jail?
Probation will be able to address that with you. First things first, I need to have that MIC evaluation done. It's a mental health evaluation at the jail. So that will give all the parties a chance to speak to your parents, to speak to this location at Chestnut to see if they would want you back and to try to find a placement for you. I cannot send you out into the world with no placement because then you won't have your medications and we'll be right back here. And if you were to violate your probation, you're potentially looking at 10 years in the prison. So I'm trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. In order to do that, there has to be safeguards, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then there'll be GPS for half the term. And we'll do that partial for appointments. And that's for her medical appointments, probation, those type of things. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there. Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.